Hello friends, my name is Parivesh Nagar and today we are going to talk about Renatus Wellness Products. In Renatus, we are not doctors. We do not cure, mitigate or diagnose any disease whatsoever. We produce nutrition, and nutrition we are supposed to get from our daily diet. But do we really get nutrition from our daily diet? The answer is maybe yes, maybe no. Why? Because before the 1970s, there was a food crisis in India. We had a dearth of food. Now, with the advent of green revolution, the food crisis got resolved. The farmers' yield got increased. But with that increased yield, there were a lot of herbicides, pesticides, urea, potash that came into our diet. And after eating all those chemical-induced food, there are a lot of new diseases that we see every day. So our diet is defiant of nutrition, because when a baby is born, a baby is supposed to have nutrition, but a baby wants to have junk food. They don't want to have as much food as we want them to have. Let's say if a kid is born over here and his lifespan is this big, okay, and let's say for example this kid is 1 year old, and then he gets to the age of 2, he gets to the age of 3, he gets to the age of 4, then 5. Now this kid requires this much amount of nutrition. So this kid requires this whole box of nutrition, but what he usually gets is a small fraction of what he requires. He usually gets this amount of food he usually gets. Now what happens is there is a deficiency over this. The kid does not get this large chunk. Now if this deficiency persists, now this disease which has come into the picture because of a deficiency will not get cured from any medicine, because medicine is a very small word. Medicine we take when we are ill, but nutrition we take on a daily basis. Nutrition we have started taking from the time that we were in our mother's womb. Our mothers used to take care of our nutrition. The thing that she used to have, we used to get, right? And when we fall ill, we take special care of our nutrition. When we have pets at our place, we take special care of what that pet is supposed to have. But when we are not ill, and when we are, really, we feel that we are healthy, we put literally anything into our body. We put deep fried food and we put junk food into our body, which is not healthy. We know deep down, we know that that is not healthy for us, but we put chemical induced food in our body. See, this subject is a very important subject. We are not supposed to treat this subject as a money making thing. But this if we understand what nutrition is, we can take care of, we can ensure good health to our entire family for the rest of our life. This is a very big subject. If we need to understand this subject in depth, uh, and that is what I'm going to discuss with you in the short term. There are three things that we usually need in order to be really healthy. We need food, which I already talked about, that is really mixed up with all those chemicals and is defiant of a lot of nutrition that is supposed to be there, but it's not there at all. Now we need water and we need air. We need air to breathe in, right? But that air contains a lot of chemicals, that air contains a lot of pollutants. The collar of the shirt gets dirty with the air, that same air we breathe every day, right? So when we talk about water, there are a lot of chemicals in our groundwater. Somewhere there is arsenic, somewhere there is iron, somewhere there is something or the other. The taste of the water is different everywhere. So if we really want to be healthy, if we really want our family, if we really want our loved ones to be healthy, we need to know this subject, which is known as nutrition. Now, I'm going to share with you my 16 to 17 years of experience with nutrition. Please stay tuned. And I would also want to tell you how Renatus helps us with our nutrition, how Renatus helps us be chemical free, because whatever we use today, whatever we have today is induced with a lot of chemicals. I had read somewhere that a product manufacturer is concerned with their products shelf life. They're not concerned with your life. And I had read somewhere that the vegetables which have insects inside, you should eat them. Why? Because if the insects are not dying in the vegetable, then the chances are that after eating that vegetable, you won't also fall ill. So it's an irony that we are living in such a place where food is grown with such a lot of chemicals. Bread usually used to break up when it used to get 1 or 2 days old, but these days it is made with such chemicals that it won't break even after a week. So there are a lot of chemicals, and we need to save our family from these chemical induced life. So we need to understand what Renatus has to offer. So we are going to talk about these three products today: Renatus, Novascene, and Allosteen. These are the products which are made out of no chemicals whatsoever, because I'll tell you there are two kinds of chemicals that are being used in the market. First one is grade 1 preservative, and the second is grade 2 preservative. Grade 1 preservative is organic preservative, taken from the herbs and plants and all that. And grade 2 preservative is chemical preservative. Usually manufacturers use grade 2 preservative to make the products cheaper and to increase the shelf life of the product. Now, when we talk about these three products, there are grade 1 preservatives that have been used in these products, and they are completely safe and free from any chemical toxins whatsoever. Now, when we talk about Renatus Nova, there are 12 ingredients in it, and the first ingredient is mangosteen. When we talk about mangosteen, it's a tropical fruit. It's called the queen of fruits. It has a thing which is known as NRF2 activator, which increases the antioxidant carrying capacity of the body. There is an inherent antioxidant capacity in our body. Now, this NRF2 activator in mangosteen, what it does is it increases the natural antioxidant producing capacity of the body 17 times. So the immune system improves 17 times. It also has vitamin C, vitamin B9, B1, B2, manganese, magnesium, and copper, which increases our immunity system, which helps our immunity system to work in an optimal way. Now, there are other properties which it has, it has high antioxidants in the form of xanthons. There are 42 active xanthons that are found in mangosteen, and these are the only plant compounds. These are the only organic plant compounds which can completely annihilate, completely obliterate cancer from our body. It is medically proven. In case anybody wants the PhD thesis or the medical journal trial report, I have it handy with me. I can share it with you. Just in case you want it, you can message me in the comment box and I can share it with you. So there are some certain other properties which it has. It has anti-inflammatory property, anti-cancerous. It is anti-aging, anti-diabetic, anti-obesity, anti-tumoral, anti-allergic, antibacterial, antiviral. It has all these properties. Now, it reduces internal and external pain, and it also has neuroprotective effect. It helps our nervous system. It helps our neurons. It helps protect it. Now, it also boosts our immunity systems. It also boosts our immunity system and prevents degenerative diseases. There are a lot of diseases that happen with age. So it tries to reduce it or tries to delay it. Now, there is another thing which it does is it helps. It has been used has been used for centuries to treat chronic skin infection. There are a lot of skin infections that are happening these days. Renatus Nova with mangosteen can really help you with it. Now, there is one caution. A pregnant lady or a breastfeeding mother is not supposed to have a product which has mangosteen or Nova for that matter. Now, the second ingredient that it has is Siberian ginseng. Now, Siberian ginseng is a potent antioxidant which has proven to increase physical and mental performance. Now, it is adaptogenic in nature, which can elevate our memory, which can elevate our mood, energy, and it is a very good vitality tonic. Now, it is a good hormonal regulator. It also fights mental and physical stress. It helps our body to produce L-arginine, which produces nitric oxide, which helps our blood vessels relax and dilate, so that a lot of problems or blood pressure and stuff like that can really help. I'm saying it again, we are not doctors. We do not care, mitigate or diagnose any disease or treat, cure any disease whatsoever. We help our immunity system so that it can perform well. So it can boost our immunity system and boost our sexual performance, and it also regulates blood pressure. Now, Safed Musli, which is also known as white gold, helps our sexual vitality of both men and women. It relieves stress. It increases the quality of sperm and it eradicates erectile dysfunction. It also is helpful in a lot of arthritis, and it's a super immunity antioxidant. Now, when we talk about elderberry, it is a very good antioxidant which also has antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal properties. It fights oxidative stress, which is the cause of most of the diseases. Now, it also fights the causes of diabetes, tumor, and obesity. Now, it has 7 essential amino acids out of the 8, which we usually get in the mother's milk only when we talk about organic availability of these 7 amino acids. Now, it also helps us in respiratory, kidney, and skin related disorders, and it services our blood vessels and helps us come out of high cholesterol levels. It has omega-3 in the form of alpha linolenic acid, which helps our heart function. It boosts our immunity system and increases the production of hemoglobin in our body. And it also helps us fight radiation. Now, when we talk about bilberry, it is very good for our vision. It is very good for our blood sugar, cholesterol. It has nutrients, rich nutrients like manganese, vitamin C, vitamin K. It's a super antioxidant. It also helps fight inflammation in our body, and it's a very good tonic for our brain, and it's a very good tonic for our heart as well. Now, when we talk about ashwagandha, it reduces anxiety and stress. It increases our body's level, energy level. When we talk about there are a lot of people who are engaged in active sports. So what it does is it increases the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. It also improves our concentration and the brain function. Those kids who are really studying and have really have challenges with really concentrating, they can have ashwagandha and they can really excel in their studies. Now, when we talk about other functions, it also helps improve testosterone, and it increases male fertility as well. It reduces, it tries to regulate blood pressure as well. It is a very good antioxidant which helps reduce inflammation, and it also improves reflexes. There are a lot of people who have insomnia, or they have a lot of challenges sleeping at night. They can also have Nova, which has ashwagandha in it, and they can really get a good sleep out of this. Moringa or Sugru helps fight inflammation. It's a blood pressure and blood sugar regulator. It's a very good aphrodisiac. It helps joint pain. It helps people recover from uric acid. It helps in external and internal healing as well. Shatavari is an antioxidant and adaptogenic herb, which has anti-inflammatory property as well. There are a lot of people who have joint problems or who have swellings. This shatavari helps in swellings as well. There are a lot of people who have immunity disorders, or this is basically a health tonic and an immune booster. It also helps in relieving cough. It helps in people recovering from diarrhea, and it also gets rid of excess fluid in the body. It rather helps the body to get rid of the excess fluid that is there in the body. And it helps people with ulcer, and it also helps people with kidney stones. Again, this does not cure or mitigate or diagnose any disease or any illness. It just helps the body to do its function, because there are two things. One exerts a certain kind of a pressure on the body and makes the body, compels the body to perform a certain function. That is chemically synthesized drugs. Now, these are nutrition. These go into the body and help the immunity system to do its function, to perform its function. It does not pressurize the body to do a certain thing. Now, when we talk about the other ingredient, it is Punarnava, which is a very good, herb which helps the body metabolize things. It is a boon for our metabolic system, for our digestion. It helps in each and everything that is related to stomach. It helps rheumatoid arthritis as well, and joint pain. It usually regulates our hunger. What happens is, when we feel hungry, ghrelin is produced in our body. That is how we feel hungry. Now, when we are getting satiated, when we have food and we feel as if we are full, that leptin hormone gives us a feeling of being full. So leptin and ghrelin Ghrelin Punarnava regulates all those T2 hormones so that we don't overeat and so that not a lot of fat is produced in our body. It's a super antioxidant. It's a potent liver tonic and it helps detoxify the liver very well, and it relieves a lot of skin disorder as well, like allergies and pimples and acne and and the likes. It helps relieve joint pain, as I already told you. Goksura is a herb which is rich in iron, magnesium, zinc. There are a lot of ladies who have hair fall, and there are a lot of ladies who during the periods get really cranky and irritated, and they have a lot of cramps and the skin gets dull. Now, when you have Nova, which has a lot of Goksura, now what happens is the iron, magnesium, and zinc that goes out of the blood during the menstrual cycle is restored through Goksura. Iron, magnesium, and zinc is a really are really good minerals which a body is supposed to have for the muscles to be really good, for the skin to be good, for the hair to be good, and for a good mood. Now it helps sexual vitality as well. It helps regulate blood pressure and blood sugar. It reduces inflammation. It helps remove kidney stones, and it acts as a pain reliever as well. Ginkgo biloba, as we all know, is a brain tonic. It's a powerful antioxidant. It's good for sexual vitality as well. It helps fight inflammation. It's good for blood circulation and heart health as well. There are a lot of people who have Alzheimer's, who have dementia. And there are a lot of people who have psychiatric disorders as well. I'm not saying that they would get cured if they have Renatus nova, but certainly there would be good and positive changes in their body, and they would be able to recover slowly but surely from the problems like these. So what Ginkgo biloba does apart from this is it improves brain function and the well-being of the brain. It services the brain basically, because see, this is a machine. Our body is a machine. Now we need every machine that is there in the world needs servicing. Now this body also needs servicing. This servicing cannot be done by the help of external means. This can only be done by the help of natural herbs like these. Now this Ginkgo biloba helps our brain and it helps our heart as well. Now heart is a machine which works 24/7 since the time that we were born, or maybe even before that, till the time we die. Our heart keeps on beating. It does not rest. Now if we have Ginkgo biloba and if we have antioxidants through our diet, if we have nutritional supplements, good quality nutritional supplements, our body will get the superfood that it needs to function well. Now, it can also help people in depression, and it can also help people with low vision or who have some kind of a problem with their eyes, and it can also help in premenstrual syndrome or menopause stage, because it helps regulate hormones as well. Now, when we talk about Mangista, it's a good liver. It's a good liver tonic. It helps in our basal metabolic rate, which is the fat metabolic system, and it helps purify our blood. It makes our skin healthy and fair. And I'm not saying that black person will become, or a darker person would become fair, but what it does is it really makes our skin as healthy as it is. And when our skin is really healthy, our skin shines. So that is what it does. It reduces acne, pimples, and rashes, and it keeps it keeps our hair shiny and healthy as alongside. Now, when we talk about Allosteen, which is the toothpaste, now it like I said, it is a mangosteen toothpaste. It has first ingredient is aloe vera, and the second are mangosteen, which contains xanthone, which is a very good antioxidant, good for which has anti-cancerous properties. Aloe vera helps fight bacteria and viruses. Now our mouth is always moist. Now moist places are prone to having bacteria. Now bacteria is the very reason why we have a foul smell from our mouth when we get up in the morning, and the very reason why we brush our teeth is that we want to get rid of the bacteria. But normal toothpaste do not have even one ingredient which can fight the bacteria. It just masks the bad smell that is coming out. So the bacteria is right there. because the bacteria is not getting eliminated from the mouth. Now, what aloe vera does is, aloe vera has antibacterial properties and antivirus properties. No foul thing, no foul bacteria or no foul virus can get into our system from this mouth. We usually, clean the utensil that we cook the food in, and we, clean the utensil that we have the food in. We clean the utensil that from the way it gets into the system, but we usually don't clean the utensil that is there, because we have food. Let's say we have our breakfast in the morning, and we, excrete the next day. So the food, the waste is sitting there for a lot of time in our body. But what this does is, it cleans the system inside out. And when we have Nova cleans the system inside out, and this cleans our mouth, this cleans our oral cavity. And it also does not have calcium carbonate, which is tuna or chalk, which is bad for our system. It erodes the enamel. And it does not have sodium lauryl sulfate either. It opens our taste buds. It obliterates bad breath. It keeps our teeth and gum problems it keeps the gum problems at bay. And it polishes the enamel and does not scrub it. And it makes it as white as it possibly can. It makes it as healthy as it possibly can. Now, it detoxifies nicotine. A lot of people have different forms of intoxication in the form of nicotine. So when we brush our teeth from Allosteen, what happens is, aloe vera and the xanthons present in mangosteen cleanse our body from the nicotine that is there in our mouth. Now, aloe vera has a keratolytic effect, which replaces the dead cells, and it replaces it with fresh cells. Now, when we talk about Novascene, it is a natural moisturizer. Usually, soaps take away our moisture from the skin, but Novascene moisturizes the skin instead of taking away moisture from it. Now, it is a very good thing for us, and it is a very good soap for even people who have a sensitive skin. It is anti-inflammatory as well. It acts as a skin conditioner. There are a lot of people who put on skin conditioner during winters, but if we, take a bath from Novascene, we won't have to put in another layer of conditioner, because it won't, it restores moisture in our body. It helps as a skin conditioner as well. Now, when we talk about the shine of the skin, this really, helps our skin shine, and it helps fight allergies as well. And it also helps to fight the three cancer-causing elements to the skin, which is pollution, radiation, and toxicity. So, this, friends, this was an English training regarding all the three products that we have now. You can subscribe the channel for the Xanthon training as well, and all the products that are supposed to come in Renatus Wellness. So I would like you to subscribe the channel and to share this video among people who are well versed with English and they want to have the information in English. I hope you liked it, and thank you for now. We will meet in the next session. Thank you.